Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
Hello dear ladies, there is this one video that I've been meaning to film for quite a while, and it's this list that I came up with that might save lives. Well, not literally, but it might save you a lot of painful moments dealing with the opposite sex. Your girl is now 22 years old and turning 23 this year, and I have only entered in my first ever serious relationship last year, already being 22, which means I have 22 amazing years of experience with a lot of various kinds of boys who have driven me crazy, who I have driven crazy, but at the end who have shaped me into the human I am right now, and who have aided me in understanding that there's nothing wrong with me because I don't click with someone or fit with someone, or oh my god, I talk too much, I'm too active, I'm too loud, I'm too this, I'm too that. If you feel that way, there is nothing wrong with you, because I felt all of those things, and then in the end this one magical person just turns up who loves all of those qualities about you, and that's who you will be with, hopefully for a really long time. But going through all of that relationship crap in the past, I feel like I have run into a certain type of boys we call fuckboys on the internet quite a lot of times, and those are generally men who like to keep you around and kind of dangle you around, but who aren't looking for a serious relationship with you and just kind of want to have sex. They're probably playing multiple girls at the same time, and most of these experiences I have collected over university years, and universities and colleges are like the breeding ground for fuckboys. You know you're only going to be there for like 3 years and then leave, so a lot of times relationships you build there don't last. Also, I do not intend to sound sexist, there are so many fuck girls out there as well, and they usually have pretty much the same characteristics. So without further ado, let's get into my guide on how to spot a fuckboy. Killer charisma. Every single fuckboy I have ever known are really good with words, are usually very loud and self-confident, and are always there to like chat you up and talk to you, and just usually are even maybe a bit on the cocky side, because that is what allows them to whisk girls around their finger like it's no big deal, because usually confidence is key. Fuckboys would make very quick-witted jokes, it lets down your guard, just makes you feel like you can feel comfortable with this person very quickly. So most times a fuckboy would be kind of unnaturally charismatic, makes moves very fast. Fuckboys like to catch you off guard, they like to put you in situations where you don't expect for something to happen, just so you can't really process it in your head, and all you feel is this like uproar of just flattery and nice emotions, and oh, he makes me feel a certain way. He would be fast to approach you, he'd be fast to dance with you, he'd be fast to chat you up. All of these things are a bit of a red light, but again, in the beginning most guys would kind of try to do that, but fuckboys are just really good. They're very quick to also invade your personal territory, so look out for a lot of kind of obvious touches on your arm, just all of these like little things to make you feel acquainted with them quicker. The fuckboy's aim isn't to get to know you or get to know your personality. Most times, like the title, it is usually just to fuck you, so he would try to get close up on personal real quick. A random one, but they usually follow a lot of girls on Instagram, and they like a lot of girls' Instagram posts, sexy pictures, I don't know, bikini photos, all of that stuff. Usually, as found from experience, like normal, decent, healthy-brained guys, they don't really do that. Asks very personal questions about you, but does not say anything about himself at all. Maybe just some small details. That makes the girl feel like the guy is super interested, like he wants to know all about her, like he actually cares about her genuinely. He'll ask you about your favorite bands and your family and your grandmother and your period and god knows what. Well, probably not that bad, but you know what I mean. Which is absolutely normal for any guy to ask, but he will not really want to say anything in return. Whenever you ask him questions, he will try to avoid them. Getting you into their personal space is not something they can usually afford to do. The things he will tell you about himself, though, is not going to be anything personal. It's going to be about his career and his achievements and his sports and all of these things that just make a guy look really attractive. Doesn't actually tell you anything about who he is. If a situation is kind of boozy, a fuckboy will be very quick to make out with you, very quick to try to take you to his apartment. Yes, relationships do start from people sleeping together. I'm not saying that it's not the case, but normally if someone is genuinely interested in you, They wouldn't try to sleep with you on the first time they meet you. Sleeping with them the first time you see them makes them feel like they have already achieved the main goal of their task and kind of stops them from digging deeper into you as a human being. Fuckboys are fans of drink dates at night. Probably wouldn't take you out on a lunch date or for coffee during the day or for brunch or breakfast or anything like that. Not even for dinner, because dinner already implies something more serious. The go-to all the time, like even if you go on many dates, it will always usually be drink. That will make the girl drunk and loose and easy to get into bed. I would say just try to avoid alcohol altogether, because that usually leads to shit situations. But if you do drink, do it wisely and try not to fall for some boys bullshit. When texting you, the texts aren't usually going to be along the lines of conversation. They're going to be more along the lines of, what are you doing tonight? Are you going to this or that house party? Are you going out tonight? Because then that means you can run into each other already drunk and then just like go have sex. Gosh, how positive do I sound right now? He will be vague and mysterious about his plans. He will sometimes not respond to your messages if you ask about certain things or the future or the summer or the next year or something. He'll try to get off of those topics because that implies something long-term. Fuckboys don't usually want to think long-term when it comes to women and relationships, so they'll usually just try to avoid the topic in general. There's this thing I once read on, I think, BuzzFeed, which is called breadcrumbing, and it's like a popular technique nowadays, and it's basically leaving breadcrumbs for the girl or for the guy to eat up. And that means that they don't commit fully, they don't text you all the time, they don't have conversations with you even over texting, but they will text you time after time just to keep you on that leash, leaving you worried and leaving you thinking like, oh, why isn't he texting me? Oh, like, have I bored him? Is there something wrong with me? And then he texts you like 2 days after that or 3 days after that, and you're like, okay, it's fine again, we're still on, it's okay. You are not still on. If he would want you, he would text you all the fucking time. That just means he's keeping you on a leash like a little puppy. Oh, this is a great one. Says he is not ready for a relationship at that point in time. If a guy tells you he's not ready, I've done this so many times as a girl. I've just been like, oh, it's not the right time, it's not the right place, have a lot of work to do, like, I'm sorry. This is like such a typical technique. A relationship, you can fit into all of that. Someone you're not interested in, you won't try to fit into all of your schedules. So if a guy says he's not ready for a relationship, it doesn't mean he's not ready. It means that you're just not the right person. I'm sorry, just get over it. There is nothing to be ready for. If you adore that human, then you're just gonna be with them no matter what. The guy will disappear and reappear a lot. He'll basically hit you up when it's convenient for him. He will take you out for a drink after not talking to you for 2 weeks, and that's gonna be normal, and you're gonna be the one who feels shit about it and not him. He will always be busy with everything but you. Writing an essay, studying for exam, you name it, all of the reasons that a guy can be busy as an excuse not to reach out to you or not to spend time with you. You will find out that he slept with like 3 girls while he's been seeing you, and you can't be like, dude, what the fuck, aren't we seeing each other? Because there's this whole exclusivity term. Again, if a guy wants to be with you, he will want to be exclusive with you. So just let him go. Let him fly. Let him flutter. Let him fuck with those other girls. Don't let him get to you. And the last one is, if he makes you feel like shit, no matter what guy, no matter a fuckboy or not, just don't be in that relationship, because it just damages yourself. You do not need that. Amen. Goodbye.